Hi everyone, it's the Assyrian priestess with you. I hope this finds you well. Today I'm trying something I've never tried before, and that is a pick a card reading. And so we have 3 piles that I've pre-shuffled for you here. The first pile is the tiger, the second is the spider, and the third is the dolphin. So take a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out. And the first card that you're most drawn to is probably the reading for you. But if you're drawn to 2 or all 3 cards, I encourage you to stick around and see what messages we have in store for you today. So let's start with pile number 1, the tiger. And I'm going to flip these 2 around. So, pile number 1. So, the Tiger card is joined with the Mysteries card, Initiation, from the Hekatean Oracle. We have the Rebirth card, and we have Camelot. So, very powerful energies here for you. And I've got 4 tarot cards that I'll open up in a second. So the tiger energy is a deeply feminine energy. It is a slow, steady, wild energy. Now, when we think of animals in the wild, and when we think about being wild, they're 2 different things. So when we speak about a human acting wildly, they're acting erratically, they're acting in a way that's unpredictable. Whereas animals in the wild are very considered. So true instinct is considered, it's watchful. Think about any time you've encountered a wild animal. They stop to really observe you first. Are you friend? Are you foe? They don't just dive into a plan of attack. They're strategic, they're slow, they're considered. So something that you're going through at the moment requires your inner vision, and you can see that this tiger has a crescent moon on her third eye. So she really has high priestess vibes to me, and she is of course a fiery energy. But again, a fiery feminine energy is not overt, it's internal. So a tiger is one of the apex predators in the animal kingdom, and yet she doesn't act savagely unless she has to. She's actually very loving, but she's also very cunning. Now, I'm not suggesting you become a sneaky person or anything like that at all. Cunning in the sense of the word of like you're strategic and you're planned. So there is, if you were drawn to that card, there is a situation you're facing at the moment that requires your feminine energy just to move slowly, know your power. There is no doubt that you're perceived as a person who has a lot of strength, but also grace. So move gently, knowing that, when you strike, it could be deadly, right? Because not many creatures can outrun the tiger, if any at all. Now, it's interesting, from the Hekatean Oracle, we have the Initiation card. So maybe you're pacing yourself and you're moving slowly because you are being invited to walk into a doorway that perhaps you have not walked into before. And this doorway is going to initiate you into new knowledge or a new state of mind. Now here we see 2 columns, but a beautiful sunrise. So there is something new opening up for you that is quite positive. It is quite auspicious. It is something that's going to open your heart for you. But you're treading carefully. You're like, I can see that door is opening. I'm not certain I want to walk through it. And you're definitely not certain if you want to bolt through it. You're just observing at this time. Now, the next card out is interesting. The Rebirth card. The Rebirth card is also very dark, feminine, powerful energy. Basically, I'm getting the sense if you walk through this door, you are going to be completely transformed. So I don't know if you've received an invitation in your life, a new job offer, a new friendship offer, maybe something as simple as attending an event by a friend you haven't heard from in a while. I mean, it's not that simplistic. I really do feel like some karmic door, some fated door is being opened to you. And if it hasn't arrived yet, it's coming. And it might be in the form of a new person that you meet, getting to know them, but you're very trepidatious, you're hesitant, you're moving slowly like the tiger. It could be the possibility of travel, of new study, something new, something that makes you move through a threshold. And this is again affirmed by the Camelot card, which is the city, the mythical city where King Arthur lived. And so here we have the keywords: honor, ideals, aspiration, and trust. So you're being invited to walk through a door to end up in a very different place that you're in now. And it's going to be completely transforming. Let's see what the tarot has for us. So we have 4 cards from the tarot: the 3 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Princess of Wands, and the Princess of Swords. The princesses are the pages in the Crowley deck, the Thoth deck. So we have this invitation energy coming up again that feels fated. The Wheel of Fortune and the Initiation card are very much destiny, fate cards. Now, you really don't know where you're going to end up when you step on the Wheel of Fortune. You're just going to hold on for dear life and hope for the best. What the 3 of Wands is asking from you, here aptly titled Virtue, it's asking you to consider and daydream, what is it you want to create? What is it that really fulfills and inspires you about life? And are you on that road now? Because the Princess of Wands is offering you a passionate inspiration that might link you to what it is you really want. Maybe you find yourself in a rut, or in a place of loss, or in a place of really needing and craving a rebirth. Maybe things are not going the way you want to at work or in any relationship that you're in. And so you're needing this fiery new inspiration. Well, it's coming. It's coming through this opportunity of that door. You might even be like invited to join an artistic collaboration or a rock band for some of you. That's just going to ignite your energy. And you don't know where it's going to lead you, but you know it's going to be cool. It's going to be different. It's going to change things for you. And the Princess of Swords is your energy of, well, can I trust it? Where's it coming from? Do I need to research it? Which also kind of mimics or mirrors the tiger energy. It's considered. The Princess of Swords is considered. She doesn't dive in and say, yippee, let's do this, like the Princess of Wands is doing. And there's the tiger again. There's going to be a part of you that really just wants to dive in and fulfill your dreams and live a passionate life. And there's a part of you that's going to be more considered and more trepidatious. And so you're going to be balancing those two. But either way, my friends in the tiger pile, I wish you the best, because it looks really exciting and fantastic. Now, I wish I could tell you where you're going to end up, but I can't, because the Wheel of Fortune is basically you're at the mercy of the fates. So I'm going to wrap that up here and move on to card number 2, the Spider. Welcome, pile number 2. If you were drawn to the spider energy, here we have a beautiful orb weaver, weaving her web of different colors and very much an earth energy. Now, spider has a lot of mythology in history, and you know, some cultures say that spider wove the first alphabet. Spider archetypally is the spell caster, the spell weaver, the writer, the author, the communicator. But also the message of spider is a community builder. So creating a web is not just about the spider building her home to get her prey and to get her food. That is one message, of course. On a more mythical, metaphoric level, the spider is a weaver of worlds. And whoever enters her magical world becomes part of her community. So let's see what the cards have in store for us. You have the Temple at Legina, Sacredness. You have the Healer card, and you have Morgan Le Fay, Prophecy. So I'm getting a very deep, mysterious, otherworldly energy for you, spider people. Maybe you're on a path of learning some ancient techniques. Maybe you are actually on the healer's journey. Maybe you're a health practitioner and you actually work in a hospital or as an allied health professional. Maybe you're into esoteric healing, energy healing, or massage, or there's so many versions of healing out there. And the word healer sounds very woo-woo and out there, but literally your physiotherapist is a healer. And so a healer is the archetype of someone who actually has the ability to care for other human beings in their bodies and cares enough to put their hands or their energy into that other human body in order to help them. So maybe you are a very helpful person by nature. It could also be, psychological healing. You might be a counselor or a therapist or a coach of some sorts, because here we see on the healer's forehead the symbol of the eclipse, the sun and the moon. And so you might be an oracle or a diviner or someone who spends their time putting energy into others so that others feel better or come through out of something difficult. And the Sacredness card and Morgan Le Fay here really, I feel like, mirror and affirm this key message that you're basically on the priestess path. In the temple at Legina, we do see a priestess at the door, and then it's followed by Morgan Le Fay, who was a priestess in Arthurian myth and legend. So you're, spider people, really on a journey of the mystical arts. And right now, you're in that really dark, beautiful midnight star energy of tuning into the other world and the messages that it has for you, and also maybe your purpose in life. So let's see what the tarot has to say. I've pre-shuffled 4 cards from the Thoth deck. First card out, the 10 of Wands. It's the Burnout card. Followed by the Prince of Swords. followed by the Four of Swords, and then completed with the Aeon, or the Universe card. I get the sense here that you are the wounded healer archetype, and it can't be any other way. Depending on the healing art that you find, it's because you've had to find it for yourself first, and you've used this healing art on yourself first and been successful, and so you're using it to help others now. Again, whatever that healing art is up to you to decide. So the Ten of Wands shows me that you've actually experienced complete and utter exhaustion, burnout, depletion. Now, a lot of people think they're burnt out, and maybe they are, but burnout in its truest sense is when you actually have a breakdown and you cannot actually continue physically. You might have been hospitalized. You might have experienced a mental health breakdown. You might have been injured or wounded in some way where you've literally become immobilized. And you've had to do your research, the Prince of Swords. You haven't let it get you down. You've done your research and said, what do I need to do? And what do I need to learn to get myself out of this living hell? And you found that with the Four of Swords. I love the artwork in this Four of Swords. It's a real equilibrium energy within a vortex of all the neurons and synapses firing in this person's cerebral and metabolic energy. You have found the key. It's traditionally the rest and recovery card. So your research actually helped you find the elixir that helped you recover, and now you want to share it with the world, which is the Aeon card. And it's your legacy basically in this lifetime. So really powerful cards here, spider people. Thank you. Let me know if that resonated by leaving a comment or a like. Otherwise, we will move on to pile number 3, the tiger. Oh, the dolphin. So welcome, pile number 3, to your dolphin reading. I hope this finds you well. You have a really light-hearted, beautiful energy. I love this. Dolphin, things are going well. You're squeaking around, you're swimming around, you're enjoying life, you're very romantic, and you're just very available. You're available for people. You're available to have chats, to have coffees, to go out, to have fun. It's a beautiful energy to have. So next card out is the poetry card, Taylor Sin, playing his harp there. We have the broom card, sweeping out stagnant energy, and we have the unlocking card. This is Hecate Kaleidokos, one of her epithets as the key bearer. So for you Hecateans out there, let me know in the comments if you are a Hekatean. Keys are very sacred to this goddess, ancient goddess from Anatolia, I believe, the Greek Anatolia. So the dolphin energy shows me that you have found the key to joy. You've swept up what no longer serves you, because here we have this beautiful priestess in her home sweeping out the old, and you've unlocked the new. And what's new for you is music, poetry, art, creativity, storytelling. You're singing a new song. And the number 22 is also like relationships, 2 + 2. It's also like connected to the 1111 as well, because 2 + 2 comes from 1111 numerologically. So it's just, wow, your energy is great. You're happy, you're joyful, you're unlocking. So let's look at the cards that I shuffled. We have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Star. So, Dolphin people, you have magnetized or attracted a passionate new beginning with another, or you're co-creating a love energy with the world that you live in. The Two of Cups can be you and the universe in a toast with each other. That is a more higher spiritual level understanding of this card. On the earthly realm, it's literally you and a second person who see eye to eye, who like each other. You might be starting an artistic collaboration because of, the tail sin card. But here we have another two. So there's a real equilibrium about your life right now. You're celebrating with others. You're enjoying life. It's passionate and it's fantastic. Now, the Five of Swords card is on top of the broom. So I feel like you haven't just found this state of being by luck. You have actually worked hard for it. You have experienced difficulty and, violence, whether it's an argument or bad words or bad blood or just a horrible breakup, whatever the Five of Swords is to you. You've gone through it. But you've learned how to sweep it away. You've learned how to actually get rid of it, sweep it under the rug or sweep it out the door, or just release that energy, because you've always been a very hopeful person, the Star. You've always known that in spite of difficulties, there is a key that unlocks beauty in this world. And you certainly have unlocked it. Now, if you're single and looking, this is very auspicious of you meeting a true love that you never thought that you would meet, but you sort of always secretly hoped for. And because you have struggled in your past, you've experienced loss. I feel like the Five of Swords and the broom together, you've experienced loss that you've overcome. And you've regained your sense of purpose and passion, because that's your spirit. If you're guided by Dolphin, you don't like being sad or down for too long, even though, we can't always help it. Calamities do befall all of us, no matter who we are. So yeah, this looks really beautiful. So if you have met someone new, it looks like a really passionate, beautiful, hopeful beginning. I can see you both enjoying music and poetry and art together. I see you doing new things you haven't done before, maybe going to new places you haven't been before. I see a lot of passion between you, and not just physical chemistry, but just passion for life and passion for ideas and passion for creating new things. So that's kind of exciting as well. You really have learnt how to come to terms with your losses. And I wonder if you're actually making art or writing music about your heartbreaks and your losses in the past. Maybe you've also experienced war. Maybe you've been fired from a job. You've gone through something that wasn't great. Five of Swords. Mary L. In the Mary L. Tarot, Marie White actually says that the number 5 in the suits is the most painful, because it's the furthest we are away from source. And so it's that feeling of lostness that you've had to pick yourself up. You have picked yourself up. Now, if you currently do find yourself in a Five of Swords energy, maybe you're just like, hey, I want to be feeling all this, but I don't. The message clearly is that you can clear this out, or you need to clear this out. So if this energy is in your present and you can't see a way out, or you need, then the message is that you need to clear it out. If something is bringing you down, if something is negatively criticizing you, maybe it's your own mental health, constant criticism, constant negative talk, it's time to clear that out. Now, I can't tell you how to do that. The broom is a symbol. You need to find what energetically you can use as the broom to clear the negative energy out. And you need to hold on to hope, because there is a key here that Hecate has for you to say there is hope for you. There is hope for you. There is so much hope and beauty and joy. I mean, look at the colors in this artwork. They're just shimmering and sparkling. And I really do see the hope as you connecting to the other, right? The Two of Cups is Venus in Cancer energy. It could be like also your child, reconciliation, reuniting with a long-lost child. Maybe you have a long-lost child who you've been estranged with, who is an artist or who travels a lot for their art, and so you're going to be reunited with them. I mean, this is a general reading. But yes, there is a passionate new beginning that I think once you unlock yourself from what is like dominating you and defeating you, you will emerge really renewed. So I hope you enjoyed that pile number 3. Please give me a like, a comment, share. It means so much. Subscribe if you've been watching a few videos and you're enjoying it. Otherwise, I will leave you, as always, with my love and courage. Until we meet again, bye for now.